Alright, hi fans, filmmakers, haters, lovers. I'm here with my friend Bill, and we're going to be covering little, well, I like to call it conspiracy stuff, but there's some pretty interesting stuff on the solar eclipse that's coming up on Sunday, 2 days, and a solar eclipse that happened many years ago. And yeah, I'm gonna take this over to Bill, and here we go.
This is the video of this one of September, or no, of our event that's coming up, and I'm going to run it in reverse since it starts at sunset. So let's just go ahead and start this in reverse on sunset.
Now this is the solar eclipse from which?
Tomorrow, on the 20th.
Tomorrow on the 20th. And let me, so here we go. Tomorrow the 20th.
2012 AD 5 on the 20th.
2012 AD. Okay,
and that's
run
a
it.
5:30 program. And I can run it now backwards so that you can see what it looks like at 5, now 4 o'clock. Now it's moving at 3:30. Now I'll stop its reverse and send it forward. Every frame is 5 minutes. So it's advancing as fast as possible. So you can see the Mercury, Jupiter, the Moon, the Sun, Venus, Mars, and Saturn are all going in the view of the eclipse if you're looking south in this program. Now that was the view of it. Oops. Over here on this frame we have the date of 759 BC.
Now this
September 27th, and we're like down here, we're using Albuquerque, New Mexico as our viewing point. Over here is the viewing point on this one. And you can see I have 2 Cyber Skies open, so it's the same program. Now if you watch here, I'm going to run this one in reverse, but it's particularly curious how where Mars is involved, when all the planets come in, it stays in eclipse pretty much all day, at least partial. So I'll start it in reverse and you'll see Jupiter, Mercury, Venus, Mars, the Moon, the Sun, Saturn. It's 3:30 p.m. It's 2 p.m. It's 1 p.m. It's noon. It's 11. It's 10. It's 9. It's 8. It's 7. It's 6 in the morning. Interesting. Now, when we were looking for this solar eclipse that happened at the Valencia County dump, that's where we found it was written. Somebody pecked it in stone because they saw it in the sky, and somebody else pointed out it's a zodiac table, and it was a yoglyph, and a yoglyph is the A, E, I, O, and U of the English alphabet pronounced, and that is written out as the sun, the moon, and several planets in the sky during an eclipse. So let me run this forward again, and you can see that this eclipse happens pretty much all day, very near here. All day. This eclipse, it's the granddaddy. But according to scholarship and everybody else, this never happened. It was over the ocean. But yet, all the programs I've ever run on this actual program, machine, please. All of the animations I've ever run on this, which most of the time we were running it every hour, was a frame. And let's show that you see what it looks like. we'll run forward a couple days and then backward a couple days, where it's hours equals days. And you can get a glimpse of the sun and the moon traveling through their progressions. And we found this quite obviously because it just jumped at us. Did you catch that? See that? What's going on there? What the heck was that? Slow it down, or just take it forward by the minute, by the day. Oops, that's not the day, that's 7:57, there's the hour. So there's 1 hour in, 2 hours in, 3 hours in, 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours, 9 hours of partial eclipse. And according to NASA, if you use their information, this solar eclipse that this program finds, just like that solar eclipse that's coming up, never existed. It's over Easter Island.
Why is it? What do you mean it never existed?
Well, they said that according to their track of the solar eclipse and the way it traveled across the world, it could not be viewed by New Mexico. It could only be viewed by Easter Island when it happened.
Now, what makes this program different than the NASA program?
Well, if you use NASA's date and the location of that eclipse and run it forward or backward from that point, no eclipse lines up in either direction. So it's a pick date change. They didn't add it into the program, they changed that information. If you're searching for solar eclipses over New Mexico in the NASA database, this solar eclipse of 759 BC will not show up in their database.
Why do you think they changed it?
Because it pertains to the Israelites being in New Mexico in 759 BC, and that this is an Israelite tabernacle site 5 miles outside of its city, Pottery Mountain.
Yeah, but didn't Hibben actually do a dig on the location?
And he was never allowed to permitted to explain who created it first, that only that it was reoccupied in 1350 by the Pueblos, the Isleta Pueblos specifically. And they call the site and the 3 other locations that are around there the holy ones. And this specific site is known as the Cliff of Strange Writing because there's like over 2,000 petroglyphs on the site. I mean, literally on top of this mountain, along one side and down the hills and here and there and all over the place is peckings in stone in patina, dating back to long ago. And it's also the only site on earth that has the 10 Commandments in the script of Moses found in stone anywhere on earth. And the only reason it's still there is nobody can figure out how to move an 80-ton Easter egg.
And this is located where?
At the entrance to the Valencia County dump.
And
Little mountain on the left.
that's
Yeah. So if you're interested in finding a great location, at the very top of this little tiny mountain is the tabernacle perimeter site, and at the very highest point is where a surveyor guy broke off his drill bit in the altar stone of these Israelites, and they had to wait in Santa Fe for a new drill bit for a month before they could go back and put one about, I don't know, about 18 inches lower on the hillside on another stone.
now this stone, this stone sits out there unrecognized,
By scholarship.
unprotected.
And so you walk right up to it anytime. No one's watching. No the states sits
Now
there. in
Paleo.
place.
You say the writing is the script,
script
is
of Moses.
but that's Paleo Hebrew, right?
Yeah, they call it Paleo Hebrew. It was the script used before Babylon. When they came out of Babylon, they had square script, and nothing prior to square script was Hebrew.
And that's basically one of the oldest script.
That's the oldest conspiracy there is.
That's
the second oldest conspiracy. Hold on.
But
the oldest
we're talking one of the oldest languages, or the oldest language.
No, well, arguably, Hebrew script, the 22 characters of Adam, is the script that they say came out of the Garden of Eden, was 22 geometric shapes that had been changed by Abraham to the shapes of letters in the sky when he was first tasked to count the stars. He came out with the Abrahamic script, or Proto-Hebrew. Now the Proto-Hebrew is the shapes of actions. And the reason why Native American languages are all verb-based is because the Israelites were here from the time of Abraham. I mean, the oldest place on earth that we've found the script of Abraham is in Colorado. That's the oldest script of Hebrew known, and it was found so long ago that there was nobody in America who could have possibly even known how to create it. But yet it's known fact that it's the script of Abraham in America in stone.
So basically what you're saying is the Israelites
We're traveling around the world.
traveling around the world, and
putting down corporations everywhere.
They were they were along the Rio Grande, 7,000 years ago?
I would say the time of well, they were all over the planet during that time. That was the pre-Noah. No, I would say that would be the time that Abraham started here would have been 4,000 BC, or around 4,000 BC. Time Elena came through.